Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the candy shop. Happy Sunday. As you guys all come in, be sure to like and subscribe and put a comment below. That is right. Let me know, where are you watching from? Where are you listening from? What are you up to? What are you up to on this Sunday? Yes. So we are going to get into it. So this weekend, everyone has been talking about Simon, Fallon, and Porsha. So after all the news has been about Simon being a scammer, claiming to be all of his companies or shell companies, again, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. But we were talking about that for such a long time, because shout out to my girl, Tisa Tells. She has been doing a deep dive into this for weeks. It is only just now hitting the mainstream when she got shout out by Media Bistro, by Claudia Jordan, all these other people. But we have been talking about this for a while. And so I want to dive into a conspiracy theory that I told all of you beautiful candy canes about weeks ago, that I think might be confirmed by this alleged breaking news that allegedly vindicates Porsha, but obviously it doesn't really vindicate her, right? Okay, so before we dive into that, I want to say hi to all the beautiful candy canes that are coming into the room. Hey, Del Turner. He goes, hey, beautiful, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, too. I knew Lulu M was in here. I want to say a shout out to you, Lulu M. Yes. I want to give a shout out to Lynette Kitten Scott. She says she is ready, and she is my moderator for today. I got mods, guys. I know you guys have been asking me forever to get mods, so I am on it. I heard you, and I showed up and showed out. Okay, hey, Jay Misa, Jay Misa. He goes, at Candy Washington. Hello, fire. Hello. Yes. Let's see who else is in here. Hey, at the Real VB. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes. Lynette Kitten Scott, my mod. She's from Missouri. So shout out to Missouri. Yes. Perfectly Flawed says, hello, everyone. Hey, Perfectly Flawed. What is up? And then after we talk about the Porsha, Simon, Fallon conspiracy theory, since they're all being, I think actually all of them are kind of being exposed for being kind of fraud and scammers, then we could talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, the season premiere, if you guys want to get into that. So yes. Hey, Double T says, hola. Hey. Jay Mesa says, I live close to the Dodger Stadium. Very cool. Very fancy. Yes. Hey, Sandra Richardson. She goes, good afternoon, everyone. Absolutely. Hey, Kamiko. Hey, beautiful. She says, hello, Candy and the Candy Canes. That's right. As you guys come in, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section. Hey, Lulu. She goes, so ready for this tea. Yes. Naturally Dope says, hey, I love it. Jody149 says, hello. Kat Williams, I love that. I love it. Goes, just join. Happy Sunday to all. I love it. Yes. So Sherry O'Keefe says, Candy, hey, from Midgeville, Georgia. If I said that correctly, I might have slaughtered that. Yes, Liz J says hello to everyone. Alexa Wells says hello. Hashtag on my own terms. I love it. LB says, hey, Candy. Ms. T. Hey, Ms. T. Yes. Ms. T says, hey, Candy. And then, hey, sis. And then Sis Zakia says, hey, Candy, and hey, chat. All right, you guys, we are going to get into it. If I didn't get to your comment, I apologize. I'll get to more. Hey, Nicole Tinsley, a shout out to you. That's right. But as you guys come in, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. So let's get started. Hey, Veronica. She goes, hey, Candy from Baltimore, Maryland. Hey, sweetheart. Okay, so let's get started, right? Porsha, Simon, Fallon. So it's all come out how Simon has been renting these alleged houses. He's been renting these alleged cars. He's been renting these alleged private jets, and that he actually doesn't really own anything, and that he actually doesn't have any viable working companies, at least in the US, right? All of his companies had been revoked or inactive or whatever it was. I think he may have made good on a couple in the last maybe year or 6 months or since everything's come out, but no company's actually been like viable to be alleging to be worth $40 million. Tisa Tells also broke down how, oh, and by the way, Simon owes Tisa 25 grand. Yes, because she broke down how Simon and Porsha had been smashing, dating, whatever you want to call it, since at least September 2020. And she broke it all down. I linked to her channel below. If you go there, you can watch. She has all the receipts. She has screenshots. She has Instagram posts. She breaks it all the way down. So I'm not going to break it all the way down because she does such a great job of it. So shout out to my girl, Tisa Tells. And it's linked in the description box. So I'm just going to give you the highlights and how it fits into this conspiracy theory I have. And again, it's just for fun, just for a light shade and a light kiki, alleged. This is just for fun. Okay, so remember back in the day when right after Fallon did her interview with Up and Adam, and shout out to Up and Adam. I think he did a great job, but I think that Fallon chose him because she would have been able to control the narrative and control the interview. I think everything that he asked her was either pre-given to him or pre-approved. Like, I don't think it was an interview where she showed up and she didn't know what the questions were going to be. And I think she knew that she wouldn't get any pushback, right? Like, it was a very controlled interview. I think he did a great job, and I'm really happy he did it. And I love his channel, and I love him. So this commentary is by no means shade to him at all. It's going to be very, very, very clear. I really like Up and Adam. I think he's a great person based on what he does. I don't know him personally. But I do think that interview was extremely controlled. And remember when we did a live recap after, and I said that I thought that Simon and Fallon were in on it together after that interview? Because the look on her face and the way she was crying and like she got these smirks, to me, it was more like she was in on the joke in the sense of, I think her and Simon got together and hashed this scheme. I think Fallon wanted a platform to be, I don't think Fallon really wants to be on reality TV. I think Fallon likes being that Instagram girl, YouTube girl, model person, jet setter type deal. I think Simon wants to be on TV, and I think he wants the fame and he wants all of that. I think Simon and Fallon got together and hatched this plan. When it didn't work out for her to come back on the show, on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and maybe even before that, like, I think that they had this whole plan together. And I think that Simon was thinking, who is the most desperate? Who is the person that we can sort of get one over? Like, who makes really, really poor choices when it comes to men? Porsha. I think that they did this together. And I think that Porsha isn't vindicated, and she still is wrong for what she did, because I don't think Porsha knew that she was the ultimate one getting played. And it goes back to what I said about how Porsha was the only person in this triangle who actually had anything to lose. We didn't know who Fallon was. We didn't know who Simon was. And Simon isn't actually rich, allegedly, as everything is coming out. Porsha is the only person who had any sort of notoriety or reputation, which is now pretty much destroyed. And Porsha is the only one who had any true wealth. Maybe Fallon does, maybe Fallon doesn't. She says that she does, but so did Simon, so we don't know. And apparently, Porsha has been footing a lot of the bill for a lot of stuff going on. Simon allegedly has been claiming to Porsha that he is coming into a lot of money in 1 to 4 years once either some patent goes through or he gets some sort of inheritance or something. But Giselle goes, why? I missed a lot. No wealth. No. So according to Tisa Tells, and again, alleged, Simon has been fronting about his money, which is what she's been saying. Like, you go watch her videos. She does such a deep dive. I'm just going to give the highlights. Simon has been fronting. Remember when he said that he came from a wealthy Nigerian family? False. Remember when he said he had oil money? False. Remember he said he was some film TV producer? What films, what movies, what TV? False. Then he became some public figure. Then he said he was some CEO or something, but all of his companies were just him. Like the CEO, CFO, vice president, president, intern, marketing, PR, they were all just him. And then these businesses were all also inactive. So they're basically these front shell companies that don't actually represent anything. So where is Simon getting his alleged wealth from? And then it turned out that he'd been married twice before. Those wives had supported him financially or through clout or whatever it is, right? So yeah, Simon has been exposed as not having the wealth. The houses were all rented. The one house that he did buy, he's now trying to sell because that means he didn't have enough money to keep it. He only got it for filming. And then the private jets were all rentals. The house that he was fronting, I think it was like in Costa Rica or like some exotic place. Again, Tisa Tell does a great breakdown of like everything. But it was like this really big like estate property that he was like fronting on Instagram that he was like gonna buy or was going to look at. Turns out it was just like a rental place as well, like another rental property that you could just rent out. And that's what he was fronting on Instagram. So like puffing up, but there was like truly no emperor's clothes there. So I think he wanted to use the show, and I think he wanted to use Porsha as a way to get fame, get notoriety, get a come up. You know, if one of his shady businesses picks up after that, you know, think about it. Dennis the hot dog man, we didn't know who the hell he was until he got on Roa with Porsha. And sure, he had his businesses, but, you know, they boomed after that. You know, the show is such a big platform. So I think that, and we all know that Dennis and Simon were friends. So Simon probably saw Dennis's come up on the show through Porsha and was like, let me get a piece of that. I think Fallon was cool with it. I think she was like, I want to get X, Y, and Z. I'm going to play this victim in this. But I think Fallon and Simon have been in this together from day one. And I'm going to tell you, like, again, with her interview with Up and Adam, it was just her delivery and how just like scripted it was. And just that smirk, just on a gut level, I was just like, she is in on this. I was like, it's either one, she knows Simon is flat broke, so she really doesn't care that Porsha has him and she's sort of like, your problem now. Or B, her and Simon are in on this and they're both getting something out of it. And then at the very end, remember, she's like, oh, I have my skincare line. You know, welcome to my new skincare line. Like, how long have you been working on the skincare line? Like, all of a sudden now you have a skincare line. Like, where did that come from? And like being on the show gave her such a big platform for that. Like, Fallon is a beautiful person. And I actually really like her personality. Maybe not have been good for reality TV, but I do like her personality, everything she says and does on Instagram and everything else. But when she was like, and I have a skin line coming out, I was just like, her and Simon got together for all of this. Also, remember when Simon was posting like the full promo for Up and Adam's video, like, I'm sorry, but like, you're literally like, you're low key promoting it. Even though what you're saying is, this is the face of a cheating wife. Can't believe she's going to do this, blah, 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 blah. But you're literally reposting the entire 60-second, the entire minute promo video on your Instagram. That is a shout out. That is a promotion. So I think that they have been doing this together. Also, his receipts for her cheating weren't actually receipts. And anybody with common sense would know that. Anybody with common sense would know that. So he releases these like whack receipts where it's literally just her and Jalen walking. And then Jalen had the actual receipts. I think Jalen is in on it too. And I'm going to tell you why. So I'm telling you all this backstory of why I thought that Fallon and Simon were in on it together. And I'm going to tell you why I think it was confirmed this weekend with the breaking is Porsha vindicated news that came out this weekend, right? So bear with me. I'm just giving some background. So then Jalen had his own receipts text, remember? And he came out, I think he sent it to the Jasmine brand, I want to say, where he was like, no, like you knew who it was. I'm just her friend, the assistant, blah, 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 blah. Basically like debunking everything that Simon was saying. So during this time, mind you, people are only really talking. And when I say people, I mean like the big outlets, like the bigger magazines, the bigger bloggers. Nobody had picked up what Tisa Tells was doing at this time. So Tisa Tells this whole time was being like, no, y'all, scammer, fraud, X, Y, and Z, da, 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 da. But it hadn't been picked up by the bigger platforms, by like the media takeouts, by like the Claudia Jordans, you know what I mean? By like all of like the bigger ones, right? They were all just focused on the messiness of the relationship, just focused on messy Porsha, you know, out here having sex and being engaged to a married man and throwing it in the poor wife's face. Simon, and remember the whole narrative was he's this rich Nigerian. He has $40 million. He has private jets, all these cars, all this stuff. You know, Porsha just has dollar signs in her eyes. She's doing this for a come up. She's doing this for some money, X, Y, and Z, right? So that was the whole story. And sort of like, poor Fallon, or was Fallon cheating? Was she not cheating? Was it a third? Were they all this stuff, right? So remember, that is what that narrative was. Simon was again putting out fake receipts. Fallon was being very classy and not really saying anything during this whole thing. Simon is still promoting her stuff low-key. Okay. The moment, and this is why I think my conspiracy theory is confirmed, but I want you guys to let me know what you think. And again, this is alleged and just for fun. Okay, so this is why I think my conspiracy theory is confirmed. The moment the big platforms picked up the story of him actually not being wealthy, of him actually not owning these properties, not having these businesses, not owning the jets and all of this stuff, not coming from a wealthy family, not being the producer that he said he was, not being the businessman that he said he was, all of this. And it's all coming out that the emperor has no clothes, that Porsha is really playing herself in this. She might have some buyer's remorse. The moment the big players started talking about this, all of a sudden, Fallon and Jalen want to come out on Front Street with their new relationship. And now everyone's like, Porsha's vindicated. Okay, I'm going to tackle this in two ways. First way, Porsha's not vindicated for a damn thing. To play complete devil's advocate, even if Fallon were cheating, that doesn't negate the fact that you knew this woman, you were in this house with this woman, and you were with her husband since at least September 2020, allegedly, according to all the receipts that Tisa showed us. That doesn't negate that. You can have a couple over here who may be having marital problems, but that doesn't give you the right to sleep with your friend, coworker, whatever you want to call it, husband, put it on Instagram, lie to the world and say that you've only been together for 30 days, get engaged, tattoo his name on your neck, and act like he is the second coming of Christ. I'm sorry, that does not vindicate you. And that's playing devil's advocate. That's saying she even was cheating, but I don't think she was, because I don't think her and Jalen are in a relationship. I think they're coming out with this fake relationship now. How convenient that he had all the receipts all day long before that they were just friends. They've been friends forever. He was just an assistant. He had all the receipts all day long when no one was talking about Simon's fraudulent businesses. But the moment the bigger people caught on, all of a sudden, now Simon and Jalen are together talking about, I picked up where another man left off. And she's just like, why should I hide my new love that I'm moving on from my husband and blah, 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 blah. That to me is the biggest deflection, distraction, narrative switch, narrative change, red herring ever. I don't think Jalen and Fallon are together. I think that Jalen is getting a check for his part in all of this. First, when he was playing the fake guy that she was cheating with, and but then he came out with the stuff, you know, to Fallon's defense, and then now he's getting a check for pretending to be her boo. I want to say this in the most respectful way, because I know before there were rumors about Jalen being sort of like, how you doing? You know, and there were sort of like questions around who he may or may not be attracted to, you know, whether or not Fallon was like his good Judy. And that's kind of what it really seems like to me. But I want to be respectful of where people are in their own journeys and what they're saying about themselves and how they show up and how they identify. So I want to give my interpretation of what I think, but I don't want to disrespect anybody's sexual orientation or how they identify. So I know that's a very tricky thing. So I'm trying to be as respectful to that as I can, if that makes sense. So just from my opinion and from what I see, I just feel like Fallon is more of Jalen's good Judy, but I don't want to put that out there if that is not what his orientation or what he puts out about himself, if that makes sense. I'm trying to put out my opinion while being respectful. Okay, I'll move on. Sorry, guys. Okay. I got a little nervous there because I don't want to anyway. Okay, so I think that they really are like best friends. And I think that they're putting out this front now that they have this like newfound love affair as a way to get us to stop looking at Simon's fraudulent, allegedly, businesses. And that to me is Fallon's way of protecting Simon. The same way that Simon, if you really want to look at it, has been protecting Fallon. He's always been like, oh, my wife Fallon, she has her own money. Oh, she was cheating on me. This was the face of a cheating wife. But then his receipts were so non-receipts that it was like a joke. And it almost kind of just validated Fallon even more. The fact that he was like claiming she was cheating, but then these receipts literally were nothing. So, and again, in one breath being like, you better not do this interview with Up and Adam. You better not say anything. You better be quiet. We're going to send a cease and desist or whatever it was. But while he's puffing that up, he's like, but let me post the whole video, promo video of your upcoming interview on my Instagram for everyone to see. You see what I'm saying? It's like you have to watch what people do, not necessarily what people say. And so I think that now that everybody has been talking about that Simon is actually being exposed, I think this is Fallon's way of trying to protect him so that we stop talking about the fraudulent businesses. We stop talking about that he's renting everything. We stop talking about how he doesn't come from Nigerian money. We stop talking about his ex-wives doing interviews now and speaking out about him and how he was working at a KFC and she gave him money to get through school and all that stuff. You know, we stop talking about how he might have extra allegedly outside children and all that stuff. We stop talking about how he can't afford the house that he bought to film in, and that's why he's trying to sell it now. We stopped talking about how he had to allegedly pay Fallon out in 2 installments of $50K. If you're a $40 million oil heir from Nigeria, why do you have to pay anybody in installments? That doesn't make any sense. And why is it only $50K? That again is bizarre if you have all of this money in the world. And so now everyone's talking about, oh, is Porsha vindicated? Was Fallon always with Jalen? To me, it's a diversion tactic. Like, y'all are getting too hot to the truth. Now let's pretend like we're together. And it's the timing for me. It's the timing. Literally after the big guns are exposing it, and now they're understanding what's going on. Now that the narrative isn't Porsha's a gold digger with this $40 million man, with this big businessman, now that the narrative is Porsha's getting played by this guy who is just fronting and doesn't have all this money, now all of a sudden Fallon and Jalen are together, literally in the same like 48-hour window span. No. Simon, Fallon, and Jalen are in on it together. Simon and Fallon came up with the scheme to get famous and to get rich. And they thought that the best way to do it was probably to get on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Simon was friends with Dennis. Dennis probably yapped his mouth about, Porsha's. I don't want to degrade another woman. So, but maybe Porsha's issues with relationships with men. Let me put it that way, I guess. Because even though I don't agree with what Porsha did, I still don't want to drag down another woman in that way. So yeah, I don't agree with what Porsha did at all. I think what she did was wrong. I think Karma is a bitch, and I think Karma is acting very, very quickly. But I'm going to leave that up to Karma to get Porsha back. So I'm just going to say that Dennis probably was filling Simon's ear with a lot of things about Porsha and the relationship and everything else, right? Because again, if you think about it, if Dennis ever had any intentions of taking Porsha seriously and actually marrying her, then they would be married. But they're not. He's off with Megan from some other reality show and doing his own thing, and he was cheating on her the whole time. So there you go. But I'll just leave that there. So I think Simon was just like, oh, Porsha's really popular. She's got it going on. But when it comes to this, Porsha might be the weakest link. And so he saw an in. And I think Porsha is now realizing that she got set up for the okie doke. And I think Simon and Fallon put this scheme together. Because Fallon is on top now. She's on digital magazine covers. She has her skincare line. Her YouTube and Instagram numbers are skyrocketing. So she's doing more like skincare tutorials and her nighttime routines and all of that stuff. She's probably getting endorsement deals. She came out on top of all of this. She took a very high, classy, controlled road, which I do think is the right road to take. But I also think it's very easy to take that road when you are the one who orchestrated the whole thing. And Simon, if you really watch what he said and did, really was protecting Fallon. He didn't actually do or say anything that actually hurt Fallon. In the end, everything he said and did actually made Fallon look even better. Like he was trying to go after her reputation, calling her a cheater, but there was zero accurate receipts at all, right? I'm not saying that Simon and Fallon are still together. I don't know about that, but I do think that they got together and they got this plan up. They've maybe had to like switch a couple things because like as any plan, things come up and you get hiccups. But I do really think Simon and Fallon were in on this together. And I really thought that after her interview with Up and Adam. And now I feel it's confirmed. It's the timing. It's the timing. If the big people, the media takeouts and all of those people, the foxholes or whatever it was, hadn't picked up the story about Simon not having any money, the emperor has no clothes, he's actually broke, and it's all been a fraud, I highly doubt Simon and Jalen would be pretending to be now in a romantic relationship when it was abundantly clear, literally up until yesterday, that they were just friends. They even look like best friends. Even in that photo he posted on his Instagram, they look like friends. I don't believe that Jalen and Fallon are getting it in. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. The same way I don't believe Porsha is in love with Simon. We all saw those fake body pictures. Porsha thought she was getting a financial come up. She thought she hit the jackpot when it came to Simon, because he was saying how, oh, in 1 to 4 years, I'm going to get all this money. I'm going to get this big windfall, blah, 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 blah. I'm worth $40 million. I got these jets. I got these houses. So Porsha, I don't think, had any problem sleeping with another woman's husband, because she thought she was about to get a payday. But it turns out she really just got played. So let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. And again, you guys, this is just my conspiracy theory, and it's just for fun, just for kikis. So let's see what you guys are saying. So Sharice Brown. Can you guys see the comment? Okay. Wait, the comments are going fast. I'm going to try and get some in there. Okay, so Sharice Brown says, that's not true. They are not in this together. Yeah, I mean, they may not be, but this is just my conspiracy. I'm not saying this is the truth. This is all alleged. This is just for fun. But yeah, but I mean, some people may not think that, and she may not be. I'm just saying, like, just everything that's coming out. So let me know what you guys think. Hey, SB, he goes, you're a very smart lady. I said from day one that there isn't one trustworthy thing about Fallon, her story, her lies, her acting. I caught her in 20 lies. Nobody cares. Oh man. Yeah, I really do. I think that they were in it together. I do. Hey, Jennifer McCarthy. She goes, hey, Candy. Hey, sweetheart. Hey. Let's see. Hey, Lynette. She goes, he was really trying to slot her name. Right. Okay. But what? Okay. So he was trying to slaughter her name, but like that to me still plays into it, because yes, he was trying to slaughter her name, but he wasn't successful in doing it. And if he really was this rich man, and if he really was in this position, and if he really was, you know, in love with Porsha, as they all claim, then I don't get why he would try and slaughter her name. If that makes any sense, like really, like think about it. Like really rich men wouldn't be getting into like Instagram and Twitter beefs with their ex-wives. You see what I'm saying? Like really rich men wouldn't do that. Like what really rich man have we seen get into Twitter beefs and Instagram beefs with his wife? I mean, we have like Safaris, but you see what I'm saying? But like Safari has a lot of issues going on there too. So, I mean, it just seems like that to me would play into it, if that makes any sense. But I love that you guys have varying opinions. And again, this is just for fun. We're just having a good time. We're having a good kiki. Hey, Juanita. She goes, it makes sense. I think it does too. And honestly, the moment they posted on Instagram that they were allegedly now in a romantic relationship with Jalen and Fallon, I was like, no, they're in on it together. They are all in on it together, because it's the timing. I don't believe in coincidences. I really don't. Hey, Mrs. T, Porsha will get her awakening. Hopefully it will come soon. Yeah, I think she's already getting it. Because weren't they saying how she's not sure that she even wants to come back this season? Because she's scared of what the cast members and the producers are going to say and do and bring on, you know, other women from Simon's past, and now with his like allegedly being broke and all that stuff. So I think behind the scenes, she kind of knows what's going on. Hey, Shunshine76 says, hey, Candy, I didn't know you were an actress. Yeah, yes, I am. You guys could watch my movie. It's in the description box if you want. It's on Amazon Prime Video. It's called Narcissist, because you know I love a good narcissist. Hey, Sharice Brown. Oh, that's right. She said that's not true. They're not in this together. Which they may not be, you guys. They may not be. This is just for fun. And that says, love your theory. Yes. Hey, beautiful Juanita. She goes, whoa, exactly. Exactly. Hey, Georgia Lovely Eyes. She goes, I don't think they would put the kids in the middle of their scheme. Well, this is the thing. Okay, if they really are in the scheme, they probably have talked to the kids and like given the kids like a buffer, and like the kids know what's going on, you know, or you know what I mean? So it's just like, if they are in it together, then I'm sure that they've talked to the kids and they've addressed everything. You know, she was crying on Up and Adam about like not being able to like tuck the boys in and do all that stuff. And yeah, we get it. And, you know, of course that's hard. And I'm not belittling that by any means. But if they are on the scheme together, then I'm sure they've talked to their kids about it, if that makes sense. I don't think they would blindside their own children. So let's see. Hey, Natalia. She goes, a guy and a girl can be friends. What? Yeah, I know. A guy and a girl can be friends. And that's what I think. I think that Fallon and Jalen are friends. I'm not buying this whole, I picked up where another man left couldn't do, picked up. And she's all like, oh, well, I'm just moving on from my husband with it. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I think that they're just friends and that Jalen is in on it too. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Lynette. She goes, the body language spoke volumes. Exactly. For each couple. Simon and Porsha, that was Front Street. You know what I'm saying? Fallon and Jalen, that was Front Street too. I just don't see them being smashing. I just don't see it. Hey, Miss T. She goes, the pick isn't a love pick. Exactly. It really isn't. It really was not a love pick. I'm going to drop the call-in link in case anybody wants to call in. And if you guys are liking this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below, and share with a friend. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Cherise Brown. She goes, that was an old pic Jalen posted way before Fallon cut her hair. So that even goes even more into the conspiracy theory, right? Because if you're posting old pictures of the two of them together saying, oh, now I'm picking up where a man left off and it's an old photo, did you have to find a photo of the two of you that could kind of, if you squint, look like a couple pic? Why don't you have a recent photo like that? Why don't you have a current photo? Like if this is your girl, why don't you have a current photo of you guys together like that, right? So that if it's true that it's an old pic, that goes into the conspiracy theory even more. Hey, Deanna C. She goes, I agree. I'm not convinced about either couple. Me either. Me either. And I really think that Porsha is the one who's getting set up for the okie doke. That is what I really, really think. Hey, Natalia, I see you in the backstage. I'm going to bring you on in a little bit. I'm going to go through a couple more comments, and then I'm going to bring you on. Juanita said friends with benefits. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. So Miss T says Shamiya hubby is worth 150 million. That's not 40 million. Exactly. And like, he's not worth any of that. I mean, not nearly that much. Hey, Zoe World. He goes, real wealthy people stay off social media. I agree with. He has been a broke person attitude. That, yeah, he doesn't carry himself like a man who has means and who is wealthy and who lives a life of luxury. He carries himself like a man who's fronting. Like people who do really flashy things on social media in that sense of like, this is my car and these are my like stacks and stacks are usually the people who are fronting. Do you see what I'm saying? Like he just doesn't, I don't know. I just don't get it. And I'm trying to get to everyone's comment, but it goes so fast. So give me some grace. I'm going to try to get to everyone's comment. Hey, Veronica. She goes, yes, Fallon is in on Simon's plan because Fallon didn't drag neither Porsha or Simon, and Porsha never dragged Fallon, only said we aren't friends. See, I'm telling you, but the thing is, I don't think Porsha's in on it. I think Porsha is the one getting played. I think Simon and Fallon came up with a scheme, which they've had to twerk and tweak and all that stuff as things play out. But I think Simon and Fallon are in this together. 100%. Hey, beautiful Kamiko. She goes, I experienced this where his whole family was in on it. Yeah, I'm telling you. People, you could have the whole family in on the scheme. And it's just it's not making sense. Again, I love conspiracy theories. I do not believe in coincidences. I think coincidences are just signs that that what your gut is saying is right. And I don't think it's a coincidence that now that we all are talking about how Simon doesn't have any money and he's a big fraud and all of this stuff, now that the top players are talking about it, all of a sudden, Fallon and Jalen want to go public with their love affair. Hey, Mode M, because I wish I can repost a post I tagged Kenya on this on Twitter at this. I like her. I warned her at Fallon that she knew everything about Porsha, so she might be played by Fallon and Simon in the deal. Yeah, 100%. So Cherise says, Candy, you gotta see me earlier in the comments. Okay, I'll go back or re-comment. I'll go back. Hey, June's Place. She goes, I can't wait for the truth to be revealed and all this. Everything feels orchestrated. Me too. And I do think that the real truth will come out because it always does, right? Somehow, some way, the real truth comes out. But I'm just saying, I don't think it was as, even though very, very grimy, I don't think it was as organic as just Simon and Fallon were together. Simon was, being a cad daddy, cheating on her with Porsha and all this whole thing. I don't know. Both Fallon and Porsha needs an intervention. That is very, very true. Hey, Abundantly Cindy. She goes, Porsha is afraid Fallon will join forces with Kenya. Yes, that is very, very true. Very, very true. I'm going to go through a couple more comments and then I'm going to bring you up, Natalia, okay? So George's Nature says, made the live. Yes. Hey, beautiful Candy Girl. Hey. I'm going to need every one of these people involved in this foursome to stop insulting our intelligence. I'm sick of them. I agree 100%. They are in on this 100%. Hey, Milka Deluxe. She was Porsha thought she hit the jackpot and got played like a Piccolo. Got played like, I can't, Piccolo. Sorry if I slaughtered that word, you guys. But no, you're right, Milka. She really did. She thought she was really on the come up and she just got all the way played out. Hey, SB, wonder how the spinoff that morphed into Porsha and Simon that started out being about something positive. Exactly, because remember her initial spinoff was supposed to be about her activism in Black Lives Matter. I haven't seen Porsha post a thing about Black Lives Matter, support Black women, any of that. Have you? Like she just sort of dropped that whole pursuit. Hey, Juanita. She goes, Porsha opened a can of worms. She really did. She really, really did. Hey, Human Hysteria, the kid being Jalen. So Kay Hayes says, how does Fallon benefit from this? Okay, so we went over it earlier, but I'll say it again, how I think Fallon benefits from this. Number one, Fallon being on the show, even though she's not going to be asked back as like a full-time peach holder or anything, maybe she'll make an appearance through like Kenya or something as like a friend of or whatever. But Fallon benefited from this literally right now. Think about it. How many people are having lives about Fallon on YouTube? How many people are talking about her on Instagram and Twitter? We are having we're spending our Sunday afternoon talking about her. So that's exactly how Fallon benefits from this. She got fame. She got notoriety. Her Instagram blew up. Her YouTube has blown up. She's getting magazine covers. I'm sure she's getting endorsement deals. She has a skincare line coming out now. She's probably getting more modeling gigs than ever before. We know who she is. She's a mainstream person now. Being on a show, even though like the ratings were down or whatever, that doesn't even mean anything in this context. Being on a show on Bravo and then being involved in the biggest scandal of the year when it comes to like pop culture. I'm not talking about like politics or society. I'm talking about this like fun, ratchet, kiki, tea shade pop culture, reality TV. Being involved in one of the biggest scandals of the year. That is how Fallon is benefiting from this. Brands are going to want to pay her. People are going to want to buy her skincare products. People are going to want to buy whatever, product or line she comes out with. I'm sure she's made money off of this. Of course she has. Fallon benefits the same way Simon does. We know their names. We're spending our lives talking about them. So that is how Fallon benefits from this. She can now go and do whatever she really wants. She always said she wanted to be in TV hosting. I'm sure someone would probably give her a TV hosting job or a co-host job or a panelist job. Like, she now has a platform. She now has recognition. She has a certain level of notoriety. She benefits from this a lot. The same way Simon wanted to benefit. He probably wanted some of his non-working companies to kick off. Look at what Dennis had to come up. Like, everybody who goes on that show, if they use it correctly, can have a come up and can benefit from it. So that's how Fallon benefits from it. I don't know how many Instagram and YouTubes and all that stuff she had before, but I didn't know who a Fallon Gubadia Fallon Pina was. So you benefit a lot. Okay, Natalia, I'm going to bring you up, sweetheart.
Hey, Candy, can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, I can hear you. And thank you so much for being patient.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
So, the thing about Fallon and is it Jalen or Jalen?
Jalen.
Or Jalen.
I think there's an echo. Am I on another device? Hello? Do you want to go, Lulu, while Natalia figures out the audio?
Sure. Hi, Candy.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Happy Sunday.
You too. Thank you for joining.
Of course. This whole thing is just, oh my gosh. But I feel like by the time we'll get to them doing the whatever it is, the spin-off, whatever they're doing, it's just gonna be so tired, like how the Bolo situation got tired at some point. Because it's just a mess after a mess after a mess. And I don't understand why everybody keeps saying that this clears or vindicates Porsha. No, it does not. You were with this man since last September, regardless of whatever was going on. And you filmed, according to Tisa, though, right? You filmed that scene knowing you were still, but this is all we know since September. They probably were messing before then, All we know, according to Tisa with the pictures, is September. We don't know how long before they were messing. They were messing together and sneaking out and all that. And then if it wasn't an issue, why did she have to lie and say they had only known each other for a month and then they got engaged? Like, that didn't even make any sense. Everybody knew she was lying. So I just don't understand why all these Porsha, which I used to be a Porsha ride or die. I really was. But this is just dicey. This is crazy. Like, oh my gosh, it's a lot. And I know they say she may not come back. I don't know how true that is because she's scared of how, her cast members. But it's like, that's the issue I now realize Porsha has had watching previous seasons and stuff. She never, ever takes accountability for the things that she does. And I think that's probably,
Never.
she never does. It's like and then we give her a pass. Every one of us were so, I don't know why we were in this bubble where we never made her hold herself accountable to stuff. Even when she apologized, she would always, like, I remember watching that scene where Candy was so mad at her when she said, "Who said that? Who said that?" And when they had like their little sit down in the hotel room, she said, "Well, I can apologize, but me too. I was hurt." Like, you can't have a but if you apologize. Like, if you are emotionally mature, just say, "I'm sorry. I hurt your feelings, and whatever I said was wrong," and move on. You don't have to, come back with a but. So I just like watching it. I'm like, wow, we missed a lot of that stuff because she was a fan favorite. So for me, she gets no pass. It's dicey. People have been talking about you messing with married people, and then you go ahead and do that. And I really, really hope all these rumors about Simon are true. So she can chew the rocks that she is going to chew rocks. These Nigerian men, you don't know. She is going, like, how do you pretend you say that rental place is your spot? Like, come on. And you lease cars.
I bet he ends up moving in with her.
Right, and even the house, though, like, that they bought for the show.
Yeah.
Who buys a house and sells it literally 8 months later? Who?
Someone who can't afford it. And someone who was fronting.
But did he even buy it, or was he renting? Who knows? At this point, I don't know.
Who knows? I'm
just like, I don't believe anything. So now, and then what really like gets me the most, Candy, is because that the whole, I know everybody's like, Black Lives Matter doesn't have to do with this. Yes, it does when it comes to Porsha.
Yes, it does.
Because we all were like, oh my gosh, she's getting arrested. She's really doing, her grandfather walked in the civil rights movement. She's really doing a full circle. And you just throw all that out just because of, I don't know, she thought he had all that money. Have you seen her post anything Black Lives Matter related, except when it was,
nope.
What was it? I can't remember what it was. I think it was either George Floyd's memorial, because she did it Mother's Day, right? And then she posted that after he died. But even then, it was just like a rest in peace, and she turned off the comments because she knew people would go in on her. Because you literally, now I believe, Kenya, you were just over here doing this for a storyline. Because if I were her, I would really sit down and have that discernment and say, okay, wait, how is this going to affect with all that? You remember the live that she did with talk about Kenya and the article that came out after the reunion? And she said she had...
Oh, yeah.
You remember that? And she said she had responsibilities, and she's working with all these reform things. But where has that gone? You don't even see her post anything like that. Her spin-off itself is not, her spin-off, the whatever, the thesis or whatever you want to call it, was supposed to be about her activism and Black Lives Matter. Now it's about this mess. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm just, oh my God. Yeah. So that's my thought about this whole situation. And did you talk about Fallon? I don't remember because I had gone out and came back. But as far as did you?
Yeah. We talked about Fallon, but give it your perspective. Yeah, I don't think Fallon's really with Jalen. I think this is Fallon's way of protecting Simon, to get the narrative from talking about how broke he is and all that stuff. Because first of all, Jalen and Fallon just don't seem like a romantic couple at all. And also, I'm really big on, I don't believe in a coincidence. And I think it's just a little too convenient that in the same 48-hour news cycle that the big time people are picking up the story that Simon's broke. All of a sudden now Jalen and Fallon want to come out and say that they're a couple. Diversion tactic.
Oh, I
red
didn't
herring.
think about it like that. Oh my God. Listen, I'm just over that.
Diversion tactic. Because now what are we talking about? Was Porsha vindicated? Was Fallon cheating? But 2 seconds ago, we were all talking about how much he was a fraud and a fake and he didn't have any money. Diversion tactic. That's why I think they're in on it together.
But for me, the way I'm seeing it, like I don't think she's vindicated for anything. I'm sorry, I don't.
Me either.
Because
nothing. Because she knew.
Yeah.
She knew.
Yeah. And I have the hard
And it wasn't
time.
like they duped her. Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I'll listen. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I get so excited.
No, you go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Yeah. No, so I'm saying, because it wasn't.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. Because it wasn't like she was innocent or like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like he pretended to be this like knight in shining armor and he was single and like they like duped her in some way. It's like, no, she knew exactly what she was doing and she was operating out of ego and selfishness, being like, oh, here's this guy. I think he has all this money. He comes to me talking crap about his wife. Screw that woman. I'm gonna take him anyway and all that stuff. So yeah, but Lulu, stay on if you want. I'm gonna give Natalia a time to talk. Stay on, and thank you so much.
I hope she got everything.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you now. Yay!
Okay. Hi. So about the Fallon and Jill, I think you're right about the situation. I don't think like the like dating or something. Maybe it's like a facade. And I heard allegedly Sheree might be coming back. They haven't started filming, which is like scaring me because they always start mid June and like it's July. We're approaching August and
I think that they're kicking off with pre-production, if I've heard it. Because they had pushed it back because they were trying to find new girls and new women to come on. But they're definitely going to still do the season. We're just going to have to wait and see when they officially start. But I know that they're currently in pre-production. So we're going to get a season.
Yeah, and I feel like when it comes like to Kenya and Porsha, like no matter how much wrong Porsha does, it's always like okay. But when Kenya does something, it's like a whole problem. Remember the Apollo situation? I forgot the other, but like the Apollo situation, they dragged Kenya through the mud. Like it was really bad. I actually felt bad for Kenya, but it was in Porsha talking about Candy allegedly like raping her or drugging her. Like
yeah,
and I feel like you're also right about the point of the name Housewives is ladies that are married. Because I also thought that the show Housewives ladies that stay home and are married and then the husbands go to work. And maybe that's why the shows are lacking because they don't have male attention. As Jill Zarin also said that.
Yeah, Jill Zarin said that for the Real Housewives of New York City. She was saying that's why this season has been the lowest rated because there are no men. None of them have like real men. None of them have real boyfriends. None of them have husbands. And it's only 5 women. Like that can't carry a season. Yeah. Yep. Aw, thank you, Natalia. You can stay on if you want, whatever. Or if you did you have more? Up to you.
Yeah, and I heard about Mary Cosby is beefing with Heather Gay.
Yeah.
And like what is it about? I feel like Potomac is the only show that created out of all the franchises. Potomac and Beverly Hills. There's something lacking in other seasons. Yeah, so that's it.
Oh, Natalia, I think you went back out. I'm going to read some comments, but you guys stay on if you want. So let's see what you guys are saying. Nataski said, oh, man. Nataski says, Porsha's always been fake. Woo, woo, woo. She has always been fake. Nuh-uh. So let's see what else you guys are saying. Human Hysteria says, it is no telling what kind of... Oh, it's saying it is no telling what kind of snake oil, no pipe dreams he was selling her at night at hotel motels. That is so true because, again, in Tisa Tell's expose on all of this, they had been meeting up at what hotel did she say? Was it not the St. Was it the St. Regis? I forget, but Tisha Tells has all the receipts, but they were meeting up at different hotels, and she has the receipts, like the different Instagram posts, and they were posting pictures out of sequence. So they would take the photos in like August, September, whatever, but then they would wait and post them until March. But then she was able to go back and do different like timestamps and say, well, this person posted this, and this is what the tile looked like. This is what the people's outfits were. Like, I mean, she did a deep dive. And I think that Simon is narcissistic, allegedly for entertainment purposes, just my opinion. And he was easily able to dupe Porsha. Like, we've seen her with men. So I don't think it's that big of a stretch to see that she could have been duped. But at the same time, when it comes to sleeping with a married man whose wife you were just kikiing with and taking Instagram photos with and swimming in her pool with, all while you were sleeping with her man. Because according to Tisa Tells and all her receipts, that pool scene that we all saw, Porsha and Simon were smashing before that. So you literally came into this woman's house, pretended like you were meeting her husband or whatever it was, pretending like you were her friend, when for months you had been smashing her husband. That is just a low. You were literally smashing this woman's husband and then pretending like you were her friend in her face, acting like this was the first time you'd seen this house, acting like this was the first time you were really interacting with her husband like that. But that's why karma's going to get you, because I really think Simon and Fallon were in on this together. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Kira Angela 22 says, hey, y'all. Hey, beautiful. Sharice Brown says, don't forget to read my earlier comments. Post them again so they come up, because they're so far up. StreamYard is really hard because the comments go so fast. So repost them so I can see them. Or else I'll go in after and try and find them, Sharice. Ray Day's Beauty Lookout says, Kenya is mean-spirited, though. Yeah, Kenya does have her mean-spirited moments, very bitter moments. So I agree with that too. But I also think that Porsha can be mean-spirited, because Lulu was right. She never really, and Natalia was right. She never really apologizes for anything. Like, she doesn't take accountability. And she always has that weird smirk on her face. Like, So, yeah. Hey, Amara Lewis. She goes, Rich, she want to swim in Fallon's pool, then meet her man at the St. Regis later that day. Make it make sense. Exactly. You were literally swimming in this woman's pool, eating her food, drinking her drink, smoking her hookah the whole time you were smashing her husband. And then you went to go meet him at the St. Regis pool later in the day. You're not vindicated for a damn thing, Porsha. You're not vindicated from anything. It's insane. Hey, Linda. She goes, expose is good, but Tisa Tells us coming across as obsessed. Aw, no, I like Tisa Tells. I don't think she's obsessed. I think that she is a young YouTuber, up and coming, and she just got a story that she was able to really dive her teeth into. And then also it was a story that kept on giving. You know, once Porsha and Simon came out with this like fake 30-day love story, it was just the gift that kept on giving. Then it was the Jessica that came out being like, he cashed at me all this money and he bought me like, you know, the white powder stuff and we did all these things. And then the fronting with the jets. Now, I just think that Tisa found a story that she thought was really interesting and intriguing. There is definitely an audience for it. So yeah, I mean, I like Tisa Tells. Yeah. I wouldn't say she's obsessed. I think she got a good story and she did the research, and Simon owes her 25 G's because she came with the damn thing. Okay, let's see. Hey, Amara. So Amara Lewis says, oh wait, these chats are going so fast. Okay, so Veronica says, Porsha kept saying she had a boyfriend, but she never released his name or showed him on Roa. So it's Simon was Porsha's boyfriend last Roa season. Yeah. 100%. Natalie Levy is saying the link, like the call-in link, I'll drop it again. Oh, Charisse, okay, I think I got your comment because I want to make sure I address it. Okay, so Charisse Brown says, go to Sunday Omni's YouTube channel. She has receipts and pics on Simon, his ex-wife's daughter's mother, his oldest daughter, prison time, deportation, vasectomy, lifestyle, sex dolls, etc. Oh, damn, Charisse. Oh, man. I got to read that again. Go to Sunday Omni's YouTube channel. She has receipts and pics on Simon, his ex-wife's daughter's mother, his oldest daughter, prison time, deportation, vasectomy, lifestyles. Wow. Lifestyles of the rich and almost famous, want to be rich. Wow. I will. Thank you for the tea, Charisse. Thank you. But yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, hey, oh, they're going so fast. So Kiki Snob says, hey, Candy, hey. Abundantly Cindy says, Tisa Cells is also owed a bag by Simon. Yes, she is. Ricky Smith says, bisectomy, and was given some side eye. Miss Tisa Fallon said she hated the jet, but she looked happy dancing on it. Hey, Nats, do you want to share?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi, happy Sunday.
Hi, happy
yes, we can
Sunday,
hear you.
Candy.
Yeah.
Hi. I just wanted to come on after listening to your theory, which I think is so interesting. Such a good point that Fallon and Jalen came out at the same time. Tisa Tells released all these receipts. But the only thing I was thinking as a girl, would I want my husband to lay with another girl just to be more relevant? So either Fallon doesn't really like Simon, or I just don't understand it, because I wouldn't want that. And that picture of him kissing, a picture of Porsha kissing Simon, if I was Fallon, I don't know. I that's why I don't know if Fallon is on it, because would a girl really want to see the person that they love kissing another girl?
Okay, so happy you brought this up. I have some ideas on that. Okay. A. I know. Like, let's get into it. Okay.
Let's
so
go.
A, you can't put high moral like thoughts that you have on someone who may not have that same moral compass, right? So it's like people who are like, I can't believe someone would cheat. I can't believe someone would steal. I can't believe someone would lie. I can't believe someone would kill. Like, as like normal people, it's hard for us to understand how other people defraud people. How do other people cheat on people? How do other people have other families? How do people lie, steal, kill, right? So I think that that's putting like a normal, healthy moral compass onto someone who may not have that same moral compass. And then so they can justify it, right? They can be like, well, you're sleeping with this woman, but it's going to make us this amount of money. You're sleeping with this woman, but we have this objective. It's not cheating because I know you're doing it. Another, that was point A, right? Point B. There had been the rumors that Simon and Fallon were kind of open anyway, right? That they invited other people in their bedroom. They had threesomes and thirds and all that stuff. So it may not be that big of a deal for someone who isn't monogamous in their marriage anyway. So it's almost like, well, if you can sleep with other women, you might as well sleep with another woman, and then I get something out of it too.
That's true.
If they already have that, right? And then C, just because Simon and Fallon are in on it doesn't mean that I think that they are still necessarily together or they still want to be married, right? Like you could be in cahoots with someone, and even though you've fallen out of love or like you're not, because it could even be like we're ready to go our separate ways, but we have this scheme in place. At the end of it, he can go and do his thing. She can now go do her thing, but they're still getting something mutually benefit from it.
I get
like
what
I
you
don't
mean.
think that you see what I'm saying. Like I don't think that it hits the same way seeing your husband with another woman when you don't have the moral compass or the or you're not in love with that person and you're not in a monogamous relationship with that person, right? It kind of hits different. You know, like for me, if I were married and I saw my husband do that, it would like destroy me. Like I would be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. It would kill me. But I can't put how I would feel into somebody else's mind. You see what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a really good, it's a good point though. It's like the same point someone in the comments said, oh, but I don't make sure to put her children in the middle of a scheme. Schemers put their children, mothers, brothers, sister, exes, cousins, pets, all in the middle of their schemes, all of the time.
They do to make their scheme more believable. They do.
Yeah.
They definitely do. Well, thanks for letting me join the chat, Candy. Yeah. Thank you for giving me a perspective. Happy Sunday, y'all. Hit the like button.
Yeah.
Have a good
Thank
one,
you, Nat.
Candy.
You too. You too.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's see what you guys are saying up. So Lynette, beautiful Lynette says, can we get those likes up, please? That's right. Let's get those likes up. If you are having fun, if this is a good key, like the video, subscribe, share, and comment below. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Let's see here. Sasha T says, are you no longer talking about the avatar? Sherelle's story that she shared on Nosey's channel is interesting. Case study on narcissistic rage. So it's not so much that I'm no longer talking about the avatar. It's just if something comes up and it's interesting or there's some like new news where it's all verified and 100%, then yes, we can definitely talk about it and go into it and all of that stuff. But I think right now, there's so many good shows on. We have our self-care sessions. We've got some really good content to talk about. And the open invitation is still there for Blaine. I know Blaine is still really big mad on her Twitter, and that's fine. She can be big mad on her Twitter all she wants. Open invitation for Blaine to come on anytime. And yeah, we'll still talk about the avatar if relevant things pop up. Case study on narcissistic rage. I mean, allegedly, my opinion, we know the deal with the avatar and her narcissism and her rage and egotism. Like everyone has experienced it. So yeah. I mean, basically anyone who doesn't fall in line with her, she tries to destroy, as we've all seen. So yeah. If anything relevant or new pops up, we can talk about it. So let's see. Hey, Linda. Oh, wait, this went so fast. Hey, Linda. She goes, hi, Candy and the Candy Canes. Hey, girl. Hey, yes. Natoski says, the Regency reminds me of Morona and Luann from Roni. Exactly. It's like the St. Regents, the Regency. Isn't that where, like, everyone goes with their, like, mistress or to, like, have, like, their one-night stands and all that stuff? It just seems... I don't even know. Young Rich says, we good on the Avatar panel drama. We try laughing my AM. Hey, Young Rich. Hey, beauty. Yeah, I agree. I mean, if something new and interesting pops up, we can do it. But we're keeping it love and light over here in the candy shop. Love and light. Hey, Young Rich. Hey, Food T Johnson. She goes, Simon has to look good on their upcoming show with Porsha. Yeah, that's another thing. It's another reason why I think that Fallon is protecting him. You know, now that all this stuff is coming out with his fraudulent things, she doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, he has to look like this businessman, this big big person on her spinoff show. So that'll be interesting to see. Like, what is that really going to look like? And I wonder if they're going to cover all of this on Roa and or the spinoff show. Like, I know the spinoff show Porsha is an executive producer and all those things, so she might put the kibosh on talking about it, but it's going to look very disingenuous and really fake and fraudulent if they don't address it on the series. Because again, with social media, we are all seeing this. We all know what's going on. So if you have the spin-off series about your new life with your new man and you don't talk about this stuff, it's going to look so fake and fraudulent and phony. Like, there's no way they can't talk about it. And if they don't, it's going to look really bad for Roa and for her spinoff show, right? Hey, Kiki Snob. She goes, thank you. It's time to move things along. Yes, yes, yes. We are moving right along. Yes, yes, yes. SB says, yes, 2 narcissists together would do that. Nataski says, right, I almost need a detox from Avatar story. It can be draining because the story is clearly dark. Yeah, you know, we're keeping it love and light over here in the candy shop. That is how we are doing it. Sasha T says the ratings will be bad if they don't. So true. The ratings will be horrible. Ms. T said Porsche spinoff is going to be a hot mess. It is going to be a hot mess, and I think it's only going to be 1 season. And allegedly, she was trying to get more money to go back onto Roa as well. Like, her team was allegedly trying to get her more money to go back, but who knows? Who knows? Hey, Joanna More. She goes, hey, Candy and the Candy Canes. Hey, hey. Yanni Rose says, Simon can't look good. So true. Nataski says, when I hear the Regency, oh, that's right. I think of Ramona getting blacked out cruising for dudes. So true. So true. SB says they both label each other narcissists. Yes, they could both be in on something like this. They don't want each other. They see money and fame. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, because you always have to watch not what someone says, but watch what they do and what do their actions actually mean. Why would Fallon all of a sudden go public with her alleged relationship with Jalen, literally the same 24-hour, 48-hour period that everybody is talking about how fraudulent Simon is? Wouldn't you put yourself in her shoes? I would be so quiet in the cut, just laughing. If you know what I mean? If I wasn't in on it, I would be like, oh, he's getting exposed. He did me so dirty. Ha, 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 ha. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, why would you choose now to talk about you're now with your assistant / best friend? Just, it doesn't track. And then now when I think about Simon's like fake smear campaign against Fallon, he didn't actually prove anything. He just promoted the promo video for her Up and Adam interview. He called her cheating, but his receipts literally made no sense. She ended up looking like roses. Now she has a new skincare line. Lots of people on YouTube, we all know her name. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Joanna Morris, she says, have we ever seen an intimate kiss? We haven't seen an intimate kiss between Porsha and Simon or Fallon and Jalen. Only those really awkward staged photos. I haven't seen any tongue. I haven't seen any bump and grind. Nothing. Even actually at the Mother's Day videos, it seemed like Porsha was like kind of like, don't touch me to Simon. She kind of seemed grossed out by him. So yeah. So Sasha T says, what inspired the fibroid self-care video? Nothing inspired it. So I also have a podcast, if you guys don't know. That's also linked in the description. It's called Sugar Pills, A Practical Guide to Self-Care. And I do a lot of interviews with people who are in the wellness and self-care space. And then I also do solo episodes where I just give different self-care wellness tips and everything like that. So it was just an interview that I got set up with. And I wanted to share it on YouTube because I want to start repurposing some of my podcasts. I'm going to post them on the self-care tab as well. So be on the lookout. So new self-care videos will be coming out. So that's what inspired it, Sasha T. Let's see here. Hey, Young Rich. He goes, I'm sorry. Who in their right mind think Jillian likes women, let alone with Fallon, the streets of Atlanta be talking as well? Yeah, we touched upon that earlier. Again, I want to be respectful and sensitive to anybody's, how they identify their sexual orientation or whatever it is. So I don't want to call someone something or out someone or label something. But I agree from what it appears, and I, again, just trying to be as respectful about this as possible. It appears more that the dynamic between them is she's his good Judy, and they're just really good friends. But again, I want to be respectful of him and where he's at in his journey and stuff. Natalia says, I'm dead. SB says, if anything, Porsha should walk away from this spinoff to stop building more to regret with Simon and sign on with Roa and just face the funk. Yeah. But that's the thing. I don't think Porsha is a narcissist. I think she has narcissistic tendencies, and I think she's very ego-based. I don't think she's like an actual narcissist. So I think that her ego won't let her. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's why she has a really hard time taking accountability, and she has a really hard time apologizing. So who knows? But I mean, if I was Porsha at this point, I would do like a interview with someone really respected, and just be like, I was duped and I'm so sorry. I wasn't in my right mind when this all happened. Fallon, I'm so sorry. I stole your man, your husband. Oh. Like, I would just do an apology tour, because at this point, it's only going to get worse for her. It's only going to get worse. Oh, hey, Natalia, she goes, I loved your Toxic Friend self-care vid. Very needed. Oh, yay! We can do another self-care video this week. So put in the comment box if you have any questions on friendships, relationships, mental health, self-esteem, self-love. We can do another one this week. Yay! Shrinking Sharon says, nice podcast. Thank you so much, Shrinking Sharon. Deanna C says, Fallon is living her best life based on her Instagram stories. I also noticed how tired Porsha looks on her photos with Simon. The vibe seems off with her. I agree 100%. I think she has realized, or is realizing, she is the one who got played. Point blank, period. It goes back to what I always said. Out of these three people, the only person who had something to lose was Porsha. Simon and Fallon were the only ones who had something to gain. Like them or hate them, they've gained. We all know who they are. So they have the fame, they have the notoriety, and they can all, from here, start the businesses, do the products and the endorsements and the YouTubes and the Instagrams and all that stuff. Like, they got what they came for. So yeah, Fallon is living her best life on her Instagram stories because this is what she wanted. Fallon didn't lose anything. She gained a lot. You know what I'm saying? She could probably go and walk over to like Access Hollywood and be like, hey, can I come and do like, a couple hosting gigs or whatever it is? She gained a lot. I mean, look at Simon. Allegedly, he doesn't have any money. And allegedly, he was cheating and all this stuff. Who wants a broke husband who can't be faithful? Fallon didn't really lose anything. So I really think they were in on it together. Sasha T says, did you guys see the sneak peek of Rohop? I'm living for Mia clearing Windy. I didn't see the sneak peek, but I love Mia. I love Mia. Hey, Yanni Ro. She goes, Jalen and Fallon aren't believable. She has 3 kids and he is poor. Oh, damn. I agree with you. Jalen and Fallon are not believable at all. I think they're just best friends. And I think that Jalen is just in on the okie doke and what is going on, right? Also, because it just doesn't make any sense. The timing for me, the timing is way too shady. I know we said we were going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, but we've been on here for an hour and a half. So let's just keep going with this. And then we can do Love and Marriage Huntsville on Tuesday, because tomorrow we'll do Rohop. Let's see what you guys are saying. Wanda Justice says, I believe the spinoff will be pulled after the first episode. No one's watching that mess. I agree. I'm not watching that. And whatever happened to the Black Lives Matter stuff? Sasha T says, it's too late for apology now, though. Yeah, it is too late. It's too much. It's too much. Natashki says, I think Porsha has been ambitious. Ooh, let's see what you guys are saying. Human Hysteria says, Posh probably is tired if she's been waiting for his financial windfall. Like when? Well, allegedly, according to Tisha Tells, Simon has been saying to her, oh, in again, this is how you know somebody is conning you. I'm going to get my money in 1 to 4 years. What? I'm so confused. How did she believe that? I'm going to get my money in 1 to 4 years. It was either like some inheritance or some patent or something was about to come through. But like, that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. So Sasha T says toxic parental relationships. Oh, that's a good topic. I'll put that on my list. Lynette says generational curses. Oh, that is a good one. You know, that actually kind of goes hand in hand with toxic parental relationships, the generational curses, right? Because usually it goes from parent to child, from grandparent to parent to child, you know, within like the whole family system. So let me get on that. Let me do some research, put some stuff together, and we can do a self-care session around that. Hey, Linda. She says, I think this crew, Porsha, Simon, Fallon, and Jalen, is all pouring out of the same one container of Kool-Aid for clicks and views. Oh, I just don't think Porsha's in on it. I think she really got duped. But the saddest part is she duped herself because she really thought she was getting this come up, and she didn't give a damn who she hurt and on the way. But I really think she's the one who's getting played. So Sasha T says coping mechanisms. That's a good one. We can definitely do I can do coping mechanisms maybe this week, because I can do that one pretty easily. The generational curses one and the parental relationships one, I might need more time on, because I'll need to really research that so I can give you some guys some really good guidance with that. So let's see. Young Rich is good. I haven't seen Love and Marriage Huntsville yet. Laughing my ass off. Natalia says not even is that number. Yes, Miss T says Porsha is the one spending real money. Exactly. That's why I think he's going to end up moving in with her. What did he get her for her birthday? Did she post anything? Because didn't she get him that watch and all this other stuff for his birthday? Girl, Linda said Simon is necessary. Ha ha ha. Yeah, and Natalia says, yep, toxic parental stuff usually is generational. Exactly. Sasha T says, I side-eye the hell out of people like Shamia. Why support your friend in this mess? I can never trust someone like her. You know, we should do a self-care session on people like Shamia, because that's a really good point. I don't get Shamia either. I don't get it. Like, remember when she was like was making like, she was like trying to poke fun when somebody called her Porsha's lapdog, but she was like, I'm a lapdog. And she did the weird thing and like, what? I don't get Shamia. It's like she wants Porsha's approval so bad. Porsha throws her under the bus all the time. And it's not like Shamea needs it. Like, Shamea is actually married to a very wealthy Nigerian. I think someone said he was worth $175 million or something like that. Like, Shamea actually is one of the very few real housewives. But yet she's stuck in this friend of role because she lacks any type of like identity outside of just being Porsha's mouthpiece. Yeah. And Shamea better watch out, because now that Dennis clearly doesn't want Porsha, now it's clear that Simon is broke. And Porsha has made it known that she doesn't have a problem smashing married men and taking somebody else's husband. Shamea, you better watch out. It happened to Sonia. Sonia was married to that rich Morgan guy. She went away for a weekend to France, came back, and her best friend had taken her place. He divorced Sonia and married her best friend. So Shamea, you better watch out. Yeah, you twerking and laughing and kikiing with Porsha. The next headline is going to be like, Porsha is going to be like, true hashtag love wins. Me and Shamea were never friends. Me and her husband just fell in love. It was God's plan. We've only been together for 30 days, but we're getting married. You better watch out, Shamea. Because this is the thing. Porsha has shown us time and time again exactly who she is. You better take a page out of Tanya's book. Tanya doesn't mess with Porsha anymore because Tanya saw who Porsha was. And Tanya was just like, I have something to lose. Tanya has her own money, and Tanya has a man with money, actual money. And that's why Tanya was just like, I don't fool with you anymore, Porsha, because I actually have something to lose. And Porsha, you are a woman who wouldn't mind taking it. Shamea better take heed to what Tanya did. Because the next headline just might be Porsha and your man. We found love in a hopeless place. Like, I'm telling you, Shamea who? I don't know her. I don't know Shamea. She was an acquaintance. Who's Shamea? Shamea who? You better watch out. You better watch out. Let's see here. Hey, Deanna. Oh, no. Hey, Deanna. She goes, Porsha probably already knows that Simon is broke and is trying to save face. Exactly. It would make sense if she didn't return this season. Can you imagine Simon Sisak, Jessica Cake showing up? Exactly. Now I think Porsha really is just trying to save face. Shrink and Sharon is laughing. Yes, yes, yes. Sasha T says, do you think Shamea has low self-esteem? She may have a bit of a crush on Porsha. Yeah, I agree that she's like Robin with money. Yeah, I think Shamea does have low self-esteem and low self-worth. And she doesn't validate herself. You know, and it's true. Like, people can be beautiful, wealthy, married, all of these things. Does not mean that inside you don't still struggle with those things. Because again, nothing external can give you inner peace. Peace, happiness, self-esteem, validation, all of those things literally are an inside job. That's why depression, anxiety, unhealthy relationship dynamics affects the poor, middle class, wealthy, uber rich, super poor alike. It affects humanity regardless of your bank account. And yeah, I do think Shamea has some type of low self-esteem, some type of, I don't know. I would want to see like what is her relationship with her mother like, or any sister she may have, because it seems to me like, from what it seems like she does have a really happy and healthy marriage. But so I'm wondering, what is she trying to get from Porsha that she didn't get someplace else? Because Porsha has thrown Shamea to the curb time and time again. Remember when Porsha used to be friends with Phaedra? And she basically was just like, I don't know Shamea anymore, and kind of like totally played Shamea for Phaedra. Wasn't being her friend, wasn't standing up for her. Remember that? It was during that whole Candy Phaedra situation. Threw her under the bus. So I couldn't be friends with someone like that, but Shamea can. Who knows? Who knows? Hey, Vacation Every Day. She says, Nene already told him, close your legs to married men. So true. Nataski says, didn't Candy say Porsha used to be a pass around? She did. She did. You know why she said that? Because Porsha had slept with her baby's daddy, Block. Porsha and Block had smashed and messed around. And then Porsha tried to be like, I never said I slept with him. And Candy was just like, yeah, you did. She was like, no, how I know you slept with him? Because you told me and because you were smashing his other friends. Like, she was like being passed around. Again, this is alleged word on the street. And also not to slut shame anybody or not to try and drag a woman for her sexuality or her sexual preferences or her sexual partners. It's not about slut shaming in any way, shape, or form. It's just about showing someone's pattern of behavior that might be indicative of like other things going on. But as a woman, as a person, sleep with who you want, when you want. It's just about the intentionality behind it. And you can sleep with whoever you want when you want. But when it's a pattern of married men, of friends, babies, daddies, of friends, like, you know, Candy said Porsha was a pass around because she had slept with Block, who is her daughter's father. Block is Riley's dad. And that Porsha had slept with him and his friends. Now, fast forward, Porsha's baby daddy, Dennis, was friends with Simon. So Porsha went from sleeping with Dennis to sleeping with his friend. And not just his friend, but his married friend. In that he knew the married friend's wife. So it's more just to put into context her history and all that stuff. So I don't want anybody to think that we're slut shaming because we're not. Women can do what they want with their bodies. Hey, Lisa. She goes, hey. Wanda Johnson says, Porsha was also a video vixen back in the day. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Ms. Davis says, you can't keep your spouse in a box. A cheater will cheat with anything whenever the opportunity presents itself. That is true. If someone's going to cheat, they're going to cheat. You can't stop anyone from cheating, and you can't make anybody cheat. If someone's going to cheat, they're going to cheat. Very true, Mrs. Dennis. Very, very true. Hey, Veronica. She goes, Porsha may be sleeping with Tanya's man, Roa missing in action middle of filming. I don't know if Porsha was sleeping with the man, but I think Tanya left because of the whole Bolo situation, right? Because they were saying that it was Porsha, Tanya, and Bolo were all getting it in, like a little threesome style. And I think that's why Tanya left, because she was just like, she's been engaged for like 7 years, something crazy, but you know what? She's still engaged. She loves Paul, her fiance. Paul actually has real legit money. I think like Silicon Valley tech money. I think Tanya has her own money as well. So I think she was just like, I can't get involved with this. I can't get involved saying that I was sleeping with Porsha and a male stripper on national television. So I think that's why Tanya hauled the tail out of it. And then when Porsha came out being like, #loves wins, referring to being engaged to her coworker friend's husband, I think Tanya was just like, not today, saying not today. So who knows? Hey, Lynette. She goes, I think Shamia and Porsha may have some deep-rooted childhood trauma. They might. They really, really might. I would not be surprised. Just how they're moving, I would not be surprised at all. Let's see what SB is saying. SB says, Porsha woke up on her birthday. That's when the devaluing started. She shared how overboard she went in for his, and he didn't do enough to compare. And she got the memo right then and there. Yeah. I mean, when a guy doesn't do anything for the birthday, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. Yeah. So you guys, we've been in here for over an hour and a half. If you're having a good kiki, don't forget to like, and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, you can. My Cash App is 1214 Media if you want to support. And you can always send in a super chat. But again, no pressure. The fact that you're here is enough. So let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Also, so Wanda Johnson says at Joanna Morris, Block was married. I think Block may have been married at the time. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Hey, Kamiko. She goes, I bet Porsha wished she can go back to the day she was married to Cordell and never coming on Roa, simpler time. I don't know. I think Porsha likes being the princess of Thoughtlandia, right? Like, I really think, I think she likes that. I think that she probably regrets getting with Simon. Hey, Young Rich, she goes, I don't know why Porsha is scared. The only one to get together other than Kenya was Giovanna, which I believe Porsha had Giovanna get kicked off the show after that worry about your man effing animals comment. I wouldn't be surprised because Porsha has more clout over there than she likes to say, but she's been a favorite over there. So I would not be surprised. Ms. T says Porsha also treats her sister like the help. She does. She treats her little sister like Cinderella. Like, Lauren, go do this. Lauren, go do that. She really does. Ricky Smith goes, Porsha show, The Housewife and the Hustler, African edition. I mean, the Real Housewives franchise, I would like to see the statistics. Have they produced more felons and criminals and frauds than any other reality franchise out there? Because it's been a lot. It's been a lot. There's at least 2 or 3 every season per city. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Hey, Natasha Scheme. She goes, yeah, I love the idea of looking at other people's actions more than their words. 100%. 100%. Yeah, Juanita. She was like, subscribe, and share. That is right. Like, subscribes, and share. Absolutely. Cherise says, Candy said Black was not married at the time. He was with his live-in children mother. Aw. Yeah. Yeah. Linda McIntosh says, do you think Porsha is avoiding Kenya's venom? I do. I think Porsha is trying to avoid any more public shame and embarrassment. I think she knows that she got played for the okie doke. I think she feels really embarrassed and stupid, and she's trying to do damage control and save face. I think that she doesn't want to discredit her reputation anymore, and she doesn't want to go toe-to-toe with Kenya and everybody else, and she doesn't want Simon's side chicks to come out. She doesn't want Fallon to come back on. She doesn't want all of his like non-existent money issues to come up. I think that if Porsha had her way, she would have everybody in the world believing in her delusion of this being some type of fantasy where this African prince with all these millions of dollars came to America and picked her. Like, I think she would have everybody still believing that's illusion. Tasha T says, love you, Candy and the Candy Canes. We love you too. Yes, yes, yes. Miss T says, don't forget Housewives Cheater Edition. Exactly. Deanna C says, the fact that Simon left each and every one of his wives to the next wife is telling. I wouldn't want anything to do with a messy man like that. Exactly. His history speaks loud as well. Can I get a witness? Says, Porsha has that kind of history, but the men likely know what they are getting. Yeah, that's why she keeps attracting that. And that's why I think Simon knew he could get one up on her and he could dupe her. So true. Miss T saying Black was married when he got with Candy. I think that was what the word on the street was. SB says Porsha never made it to the video vixen in only one video. Y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. Young Rich is at Natasha Ski. You remember that Canada episode when Porsha was about to pounce on Giovanna? That's when it all happened. # justice for Giovanna. No, I remember that. Yeah. I remember that. Giovanna was just like, well, you need to worry about your man or whatever the problem. Yeah, definitely. Missy says Simon divorces up. He really does. He really, really does. Oh, all right, you guys. We have been on here for an hour and 45 minutes. Don't forget to subscribe and to like and to share. Yes. So I think we are going to wrap it up, my candy canes. I know that tonight there is another episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. So we will be discussing that tomorrow live. If I didn't get to your comment, if we were in here, I'm so sorry. They were going really fast, so I got to as many people as I could. Young Rich is being funny in the comments. Ivana and Porsha even was in a video together before Roa, and Porsha acted like she didn't know her. Shady McSaracen. Juanita says, Simon, scrunch face. Yay. Darren Hood says, great show. Thank you so much, Darren. I had so much fun, and I love sharing my conspiracy theories with you guys. Like, I love sharing it because I have so many of them, because I just watch these people and I watch these episodes and I watch their interviews through such a different lens where I'm telling you, Fallon's in on it. Fallon is in on it. There is no way. It just happened to be a magical coincidence that she's now pretending to be in this relationship with Jalen. Literally the same exact 24-hour, 48 period that all the big blogs and the big publications are picking up on Simon's fraud. It's a red herring and it's a distraction. And I can't wait for the truth to come out. Yes. Hey, Alexis. Well, she says, good night, sweetheart. Lynette says, great podcast. Thank you so much. Miss T says, don't forget to hit that like. Yes. Lynette says, thank you, everyone. Human Hysteria is getting some love. Shrinking Sharon says, great show, Candy. Thank you so much. Nataski says, thanks for the good vibes. You are welcome. We are keeping it love and light up in here. Let's see. Wanda Johnson says, bye, Candy. Great show. Yes. Human Hysteria says, tragic. Nataski says, she's like, quick, hold my hand. Young Rich Skinny Dot says, Fallon and Jalen definitely in on it. I agree. A stunt. They are definitely in on it because there's no sexual chemistry there. There really isn't. Can I get a witness? Housewife franchises also seem to have high divorce rates. High fraud, high schemes, high brokenness. It's insane. Deanna C says the show was fun. I enjoyed. Yay, that's right. So if you guys had fun and enjoyed it, like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss us when we go live. And with that, I love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, West Coast time. And we'll be talking all things Real Housewives of Potomac. And then on Tuesday, we will do Love and Marriage Huntsville. Or maybe we could do it tomorrow too, depending on how much time we have. Okay, I love you guys. Oh, Linda, I'm excited for you to be a candy cane. That's right. Mwah. I love you guys. Happy Sunday. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.